Inside a 75 million Lake Tahoe mansion with a hillside tram. This. Wow. Thanks, Resub Ice Cap.
Welcome to beautiful Lake Tahoe. We're here at Crystal Point, located at 300 State Route 28 in Crystal Bay, Nevada. Custom built into the natural contour of the land, this 16,000 square foot lakefront compound features 8 beds, 10
from the 1800s it seems.
Lush gardens, a mountainside hot tub, movie theater, wine cellar, and a private beach house that can only be accessed by one of the 2 hillside funiculars.
It's pretty cool. It's like a little golf
Crystal
cart
Point
on
is
rails.
the first of the next generation of Lake Tahoe properties being offered for sale at $75 million. Trust me, you won't want to click off this one.
Thanks to the resub whiskey. I'm not sure, Naruto. Maybe. Thanks to the resub
As
Joe.
we make our way down to the main residence, we're greeted by this lush garden sanctuary. It features a heated walkway, which is great
Barrel
for the winter
for sure,
months.
Evan.
Stunning water
Thanks to the
features
tier
and
1 Mew.
waterfalls. Hand-carved animals throughout the entire garden, which brings us to the star of the garden. The owners commissioned a local artisan who was on site and spent
like a
3
mini
years
golf course.
carving this tree, and all of the animals
cool.
are carved out of the tree itself. Follow me, let's go look at the main residence. As we enter
Holy
this
shit.
spectacular home, we're greeted by massive views. With Florida
Well, what about that
windows
power
throughout the
crystal
entire
in the
home.
middle?
There is no other
What is
lakefront
that?
property in Tahoe
Fucking
that will
infinity
offer you
stone.
expansive views like Crystal Point. The 4 large cedar columns do a great job of breaking up our entertaining areas in the main living area, and the incredible wood vaulted ceilings give you that warm.
Are we
feeling
just?
like
You're not gonna tell me what that is in the middle?
Every inch of the home is made up of absolutely.
You got a goddamn Chaos Emerald sitting in the middle of the fucking
railings
living
throughout
room.
The main living area are made up of hundreds of willow branches that give it a free flow feeling as you walk throughout the house. But the focal point of this room, under the turret skylight, is the crystal
There we
of
go.
Crystal Point.
So it's just a giant crystal. Okay. I thought it was gonna have a cool story, but I
Directly off
guess
the
not.
great room, we feature the main
And we
kitchen
found this
with all of its modern
at Home
appliances
Depot.
tucked into knotty alder cabinetry, beautiful granite slabs throughout, and every feature in the kitchen is custom made to perfection. And here we have our kitchen nook with another incredible vaulted ceiling, custom made fireplace, and unique views of Lake Tahoe. Right off the kitchen, we enter one
Yeah,
of
this
the
doesn't look
main
bad at all. It
balconies
looks pretty
where
fucking
you can
cool.
sit with your morning coffee and enjoy all that Tahoe has to offer. The formal dining room is ornate, but still feels cozy, and its windows frame in this magnificent.
Yeah, I haven't seen any marble
It's one of
yet,
the
but I'm
oldest
sure there'll be
trees in
some
Lake
soon.
Tahoe and grows some of the largest pine cones in the world.
Don't worry, marble fans. I'm sure it's coming. A whole room
Gallery
of marble.
takes us down
A
the
whole
house
wing of the house in
from
marble,
kitchen and
maybe.
dining areas to the master suite and office. As we walk down the corridor, we have these beautiful custom-made sconces, homey sitting vignettes with a beautiful backdrop to the gardens. The master office is like something out of an old Hollywood movie, with leather inlaid doors matching the chairs throughout, and a Brazilian mahogany library that gives you that warm, rich feeling. And if you need a break, step away from your desk to yet another private deck that gives you direct access to the master suite.
Thanks to resub Sussel. Glad you like it, Corn.
As we enter the master bedroom, you're greeted by these beautiful arched ceilings and is surrounded by total privacy. It is so private that you don't even need window coverings and nobody can see inside of this part of the house. Another custom-made.
Yeah, they can if they're in a boat.
En route to the master bathroom, we have a beautiful sitting area with
What do you
foliage
mean?
as a backdrop. The master bathroom features a large steam shower and jacuzzi tub that have fiber optic etched glass that illuminate at night.
Good luck sleeping past 8 a.m.
The billiards room
True.
draws its inspiration from an old.
There's no
It's
blinds.
an amazing place for entertaining your guests. You can enjoy a cocktail at the sunken.
As soon as the sun comes up, it just fucking blasts you.
100-year-old Brunswick pool table and throw around a darts from this hand-painted tow line. The vintage slot machine and this old world barber chair
There's
add
a tier one
additional antique elements to this fun
ICA
space.
and the tier 1
If you want to take the
espresso.
party outdoors, we exit the billiard room to the main.
Yeah, good
patio,
point. Probably not
which
sleeping
wraps
past 8
around the
a.m. here.
entire residence and adds another additional unique view of Lake Tahoe.
What about when it rains? All that furniture is gonna get all yucky and fucked up.
Just off the billiard room, we have another home office, our Crystal Point logo, and movie theater. Let's go take a look. Here we are in our movie theater. The walls of the theater are lined with Egyptian silk. The custom-made ceiling is on a spring system, both of which combine to give the best possible acoustics and sound while enjoying your 14-foot screen. One of the more unique features of this home theater is while you're enjoying your movie with the doors closed, if someone enters the outer door, it blinks the lights on to alert you of their presence.
That's okay, that's pretty fucking cool.
In addition to the access from the main residence, the guest wing provides private entrance via the gardens, features a full kitchen, laundry facilities, and 4 ensuite bedrooms. Each of the rooms feature unique designs.
Could you have chosen uglier bed sheets?
Let's go take a look at my favorite.
How old is the person who lives here?
This is one of the 2 master suites in the guest wing. This is my favorite, with a custom fireplace, vaulted ceilings, and a beautiful stone deck that overlooks Lake Tahoe. Who wouldn't want to be a guest in a place like this?
Probably me. This looks like the kind of place where they like torture and kill poor people or something.
We're surrounded by
like in that movie Would You Rather.
Waterfall to give you that feeling as though you're entering.
Was that the movie where they do that?
At the bottom of the stairwell, we have the wine cellar. The wine cellar holds 1,687 bottles, and our favorite wines are enhanced with their own Crystal Point logo. Across from the adults' favorite room in the home is the kids' favorite room in the home. Here we have the game room, filled with games like air hockey, skee ball, and board games that also
great.
in the room. TV for games.
Yeah, if the kids are trapped in the 1940s.
Down to the lower level.
Where's the fucking anything modern? A PC, a fucking Nintendo Switch, a Wii, anything.
Hot tub, which is so private it can barely even be seen from the main residence itself. It has expansive views over all of Lake Tahoe. To come out in the evening time, grab a bottle of wine, under the stars, watch the moon rise, and glisten off the lake.
That's pretty cool.
We're here in one of our 2 hillside funicular trams on the way from the main residence down to our stunning beach house. The tram is operated by fiber optics, fully enclosed in glass. Even the tracks are heated for smooth operation in the winter months. As we pass by this beautiful landscape, it's important to know that it's here today because of a massive
Exit Tier 1 Maria Garcia.
The entire property
Maria Gracia.
Natural runoff to the trees and plants below. To put it simply, they don't even know that the house is there. And if you're looking to get a little exercise, you can always take the stairs. If you think you like what you saw in the main residence, take a look at this incredible beach house.
It is pretty cool.
3,600 square feet, featuring 2 ensuite bedrooms, a powder bathroom that's covered in wall-to-wall birch bark, and
no marble.
That allows for the absolute
what a piece of shit.
Lake Tahoe entertaining. The beach house
can't live in a place without marble.
Retractable glass doors that give you that seamless indoor-outdoor Lake Tahoe living. We also feature a large kitchen, beautiful bar, seating area, and the details don't stop there. We have a one-of-a-kind handcrafted dining table made up of a 2,400-year-old alligator juniper tree and fossils that have been integrated into the sandstone flooring.
Does anyone care how old a piece of wood is for your table?
Deck. We're sitting here right above the shores of Lake Tahoe. This is an incredible place to gather with friends and family, enjoy a drink, afternoon cocktail, while sitting next to the water and fire feature that looks absolutely stunning at night.
I build houses like
access to 500.
You build houses like this? Do you sneak any like Easter eggs in there that only you and the boys know about? Like the builders that built this, is there maybe like, I don't know, some kind of secret room in there where one of you guys would hide and like jump out and scare them and something like that? I feel like if you don't do that, you should. Just like a real life Easter egg in one of these rich people's houses. These are so big, you could probably make yourself your own room back in one of these and they'd have no idea.
25 feet of shoreline at Crystal Point. Whether it's boating or sea doing off the 4 buoys that we have or taking a dip in the lake. Not only is this the ultimate party house.
Plot to Parasite? That's exactly what I was thinking, yeah. Nice to resub, son, bro.
Crystal Point.
Yep, we'll do some Sekido soon.
With 2 funiculars, a mountainside hot tub, 13 fireplaces, lush gardens, movie theater, wine cellar, and this incredible beach house.
I did hear about that, Zen.
It's an epic lakefront masterpiece that can never be replicated. One of the most sought-after tourist destinations can be yours for $75 million.
I'll think about it. You know, that didn't look like total dog shit, though, like the other really expensive houses and apartments we see. It really might just be apartments. Let me see. Let's do $70 million apartment. Inside an $85 million New York City penthouse that comes with 2 tickets to space. Man, they're so desperate to get this fucking apartment off the market. God, if you come here, we'll throw in fucking 6 strippers or something. Just, please, Christ.
Welcome to the 45th floor duplex at Atelier in Midtown Manhattan. The apartment has 10 bedrooms, 10 ensuite bathrooms, 15,000 square feet of interior
I'll take
space. It includes a private chef for a year, a private butler, 3 exotic supercars, and $1 million yacht. In addition, you get floor seats to the Barclays Center for the Nets, dinner for a year.
He's never held a basketball in his life.
Daniel, a summer house in the Hamptons, Michelin star.
I didn't even know you could look this uncomfortable holding a basketball. It's like if an alien came to Earth and they were trying to understand our games. He looks so confused by what's in his hands right now.
Dinner for a year at Michelin-starred restaurant Daniel, a summer house in the Hamptons, and 2 tickets to outer space. What else could you ask for?
Where's the prime
This entire
Lulaf?
New York City lifestyle and apartment can be yours for $85 million. Come check it out.
So whoever owned this must have just died, and they're selling all of his shit as a package.
Construction credit. This apartment comes with 3 luxury cars, a Rolls-Royce Phantom hardtop, a Rolls-Royce Phantom convertible, and also, if you want to really kick up in...
That is, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty fucking cool. I really like the full chrome shit.
As well as your own private personal chef. There is a full kitchen, but the private chef will prepare anything for you at any time. If you're tired of your private chef's cooking, this apartment comes with dinner for 2 at Daniel Boulud's Michelin star rated
Daniel
restaurant in New York City. If
it's not Gordon Ramsay, what the fuck would I care?
2 courtside seats to the Brooklyn Nets for every home game for an entire season. So this apartment does come with a $1 million yacht and docking fees for 5 years. It's 85 feet long and has 5 bedrooms. Also, the dock is only a few blocks north from your apartment. Part of a New York lifestyle is also going to the Hamptons in the summer.
This place is so
This apartment comes
sterile.
with a Hamptons rental in Sag Harbor for a summer. It's a 12,000 square
What
foot
is
house.
this? This is like
The tennis court,
a school rally where they just give off a bunch of shit for one
It's
big
very
price.
close to the Sag Harbor town.
You get 6 jock straps, 4 footballs, and a week of no homework.
New York, or Earth for that matter, this apartment comes with 2 seats to outer space on a commercial spacecraft. You will actually be launched into outer space and orbited the Earth in a
You've
spacecraft.
told me about everything besides the
Nothing wrong
apartment.
with that. The rationale behind the amenities is a curation of a New Yorker's luxury lifestyle. It's not just a home you're stepping into an entire lifestyle curated from you
He's a
from
prime
real
Marp.
New Yorker.
Here we go. Now we're cooking. Yeah, let me see this shit.
In this living space, you're surrounded by open, floor-to-ceiling windows that gives you views of the entire New York City skyline in Midtown. You're able to see the Hudson rail yards, building straight south from here. And you also have the perfect view of the Intrepid Museum, which is pretty cool. You have the perfect amount of sunlight that comes into the apartment. It makes the apartment feel bright and airy.
Yeah.
This is a perfect entertaining space and also a place where you can come to relax at the end of the day. This main floor is prime for entertaining. You could fit up to 200 people in here
Whoa.
for a perfect party. Or if you want to have a nice, intimate dinner party, you're able to have your private table and chef cook meals for you right here.
And the chef lives with me? That's pretty cool.
When
I mean, I guess
designing
if the chef is
staircase,
cool.
I wanted
If he's
you
an
to keep in
asshole,
mind
it'd
that
suck.
Staircases in New York City apartment are usually very obstructive and blocking the views and making kind of looking like a sore thumb in the apartment. This staircase has open slats and has glass throughout where you're able to see through, and it enhances the
Thanks to
features of
resub
the apartment
Kumbaz
the
and
living
Jeff.
space.
Not wrong, Leo.
So the kitchen here blends in with the rest of the apartment. It's an open kitchen which
Yeah,
overlooks
that's
into the living space. You're able
pretty
to
accurate to
entertain your
say.
friends and still be able to talk to them while you're cooking.
This whole thing
The
is
way the
missing
appliances are
textures.
integrated into the cabinetry
Just
and
white.
marble makes it a
On
very
white.
seamless look.
On
Perfect
white.
place for your chef to be able to cook for you each day and each night. In the corner, you have a wolf oven, stovetop, and hood range. The oven was perfectly integrated into the marble, so you could have a seamless look.
Light
You also
mode.
have
Yeah, the whole apartment's set to
Sub-Zero
light
fridges
mode.
built into the cabinetry. On the other side of the kitchen here, you have Sub-Zero fridges, 2 30-inch fridges and freezers, as well as an 80-bottle Sub-Zero wine fridge. You could host enough people in this apartment to go through this wine fridge in a single evening.
You know how to party! Nothing says a fun party quite like busting out
Space like
some
a
wine.
house. You have your formal living space downstairs, and upstairs is your private bedroom quarters. There's 10 bedrooms upstairs and 11 bathrooms. This is one of the master suites, and you have sweeping river views, and you're overlooking the Hudson
Thanks to
River.
resub
You
Lever
have the
and
same
Tesla.
view of the George Washington Bridge, as well as unobstructed views of the city. Both master
Hey,
suites include
Marble.
ensuite bathrooms, which have heated floors, bathtub, shower. The shower comes with a dual shower head with a rain head, as well as a standard shower head. And you also have the most incredible views possible from your bath. When you have 10 bedrooms, the options are unlimited. This room in particular was converted to a kid's playroom. If you want a library space,
These kids are gonna grow up to
if
be
you want a nursery
actual
for your
serial
children,
killers.
if you want
True
an office
psychopaths.
space, anything can be possible.
Growing
here.
up in an
From
environment
10
like
bedrooms
this.
and able to convert them into anything that you'd like. A 15,000 square foot apartment in New York City is a lot of space. You even have room for your own private 24-seat movie theater. Having a private 24-seat movie theater is
I mean,
one
that's
thing.
always cool.
Having it on the 45th floor of a New York City apartment is out of this
It
world.
means nothing, because you are inside of a movie theater. It could be on the ground floor. It wouldn't matter. It's the same experience.
This apartment's more than just a home. It comes with a whole New York City luxury
Thanks to Prime
lifestyle.
Powerhouse and Yarn.
It can all be yours for $85 million.
Gets into a car accident. That is like the most New York drive-off I've ever seen. He immediately cuts this guy off before the camera goes away. That looks like New York. Right before that man fucking pounded the horn. Crazy. Fucking crazy. 85 million for a goddamn apartment. That comes with tickets to space. Inside a 70 million billionaires row resale. It's a pretty confusing title. Inside a $70 million billionaires row resale. Okay.
We are at the Epa height.
Thanks to the resub Dr. Bubble and
157
Masungus
West
and
57th
Angry.
Street, commonly known as Billionaires Row. On the 85th floor, we have 6,240 square feet of what I believe is the most significant private residence in all of Manhattan.
I disagree.
157 West 57 really put the Uber Trophy residential tower on the map. Plans were drawn up around 2010, and some very fortunate customers were given advanced opportunity to buy in the building. What we found, to our surprise, in real estate was that there was a tremendous amount of interest in this building when the market had been quite
Bullshit.
sluggish
How many
right
people can
after
afford
the
$70
financial
million for an
crisis. What was
apartment?
that? It was an extraordinary project, extraordinary height, but most importantly, the location. Here on the 85th floor, we have a front row center seat of the iconic Central Park.
I feel like after all of this, I have a really good idea on how to scam rich people if I was an
Proposal,
architectural designer.
My owner's representatives came in and they tore it all out. And all the finishes were redesigned, reimagined, and reinstalled. It is a custom, bespoke, and very unique one-of-a-kind home. The current
Thanks to
owner
Prime
is
Wizard.
an avid art collector. He wanted to have a special
He's an avid art collector of what, his son's art projects? I guarantee these are like $50 million or something crazy, I bet. The worse the art looks, the more expensive it is. It's a fucking scam.
statement in the property, and he's delivered that in the south wall of the great room, which is 57 feet long, is a custom installation of a limestone structure that has been designed by Peter Lane, and each of the blocks that you'll see are one of a kind. There are 3 different palettes of color, and it in itself.
Why the
is a
fuck do I care about a
piece of art.
little rock wall with sheep?
7 feet along the front facing,
Okay,
which is the
I
north
guess.
facing Central Park view, and these views wrap around 360 degrees of the apartment. So no matter where you are, no matter what room you are, first and foremost, design that is to enhance the views. And they've done this with this very muted palette, and the furnishings themselves have all been custom to design and enhance the views. Real estate historians will look back on 157
I know,
West
Fluro. They
57
all
and
do look like the same
absolutely credit it
apartment.
as being a pivotal moment in Manhattan real estate. This was when the appetite for all things Manhattan went global.
Anyone that has an appetite for Manhattan has never been to New York. And they probably never will. They probably pay $70 million and just write it off or some shit. I remember, I don't know who it was, but someone was, I think it was Select. Select does real estate for a living. He said the majority of these kind of things sell just for the sake of having them, and nobody ever lives there. Thanks to the resub Kiryu. You said Kevin Love's house is dog shit? Inside NBA star Kevin Love's modern Tribeca home. What does Tribeca mean?
What's up, AD?
Hey, what's up,
Kevin
big
Love.
man?
Happy to have you guys here.
Hey,
Let's go
fuck
check out my
yeah.
place.
Happy to be here.
So initially I chose New York City because when I was 17, 18 years old, I actually wrote in a journal that I would have a New York apartment by the time I turned 30 years old. So when I
What
was
a
29,
awful thing to
actually
dream
only
of.
a few months before I turned 30, it was June 13th of that year, my birthday, September 7th. I had signed, taken the keys, and kind of the rest is history. So that was a dream come true for me.
Thanks,
So
Resub
this
Skibbles.
is something that kind of, I guess
Exit.
not my life, but when people come in here, kind of gets overlooked.
Is that really all it says? Is just exit? Is it supposed to be like something motivational? Like, get the fuck out of New York? Maybe. I mean, it looks cool though. It's like the YouTube play button.
And that is the Macintosh record player here. This is one of the, actually a 30th birthday present, but something that I had to have. Music is such a huge part of my life. I feel like a lot of people know that my uncle is Mike Love of the Beach Boys. My
What?
cousins are the Wilsons, so I think
What
that
the
kind of
fuck?
leveraged me
The
and
Beach
put me
Boys?
into a space where music always had to be
Oh, that's
a part of
fucking
my life
awesome.
and kind of helps tell that personal narrative in a big way. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't play that.
Thanks to the resub Red and the Prime Mandalore. Was he
In this
numb?
space here, we wanted to be able to separate not only the living space, but also make it some sort of like a screen
Yeah,
or
yeah.
a TV room where we can watch
I
our
think
shows,
that's
we
the
can watch our movies.
consensus,
I'll jump
Gato. I
over
believe it.
here, and
Thanks to
in
Tier 1 Red Panda.
2016. No, so this moment was when the game clock finally went off. Everything struck zero. We had won the game, and I think a number of us embraced after this, and this is one of my favorite photos from that time because you just see complete elation. From coming back from
Jubilation,
Cleveland,
even.
Cleveland having a 52-year drought of a major sports championship.
What is that, a dragon egg above that? Or is this like the shit you took after the game that you epoxied or something? Like what? I'll never understand like art, but I guess that's pretty cool too.
Everything that went into that, it was just
Just a
really
fucking
special
chunk of
time, something
shungite,
I'll
I
stick out
guess.
for the rest of my life as the year that we won the championship. You can never take that away from us. As I said, really cool way to separate the space. Whereas
Thanks to Prime Ollie.
it turns into kind of like a little screening area.
Probably just light mode, to be honest, trees.
So we thought this was
Thanks to Prime Diego.
really great use of the space and something that could kind of change at the drop of a hat. And then I got to mention these, these amazing Navajo print carbon fiber Ralph Lauren chairs. And it's funny because we were trying to expedite the process and finish this room and say, hey, listen, Ralph, we need the chairs ASAP.
What does that say?
They
Delicates?
kind of came back at us and said, hey, listen,
Defiance.
you're not the only ones waiting for him.
Defiance.
Ralph is actually waiting for him as well, so you'll get him after him.
Thanks to give sub shadow.
So this table is actually really special. If you look at some of the details.
This is a
it's
tree
actually
George
really
Washington
smooth, so
chopped
you can see it
down.
running linear all the way across and underneath. So they took these two pieces of wood and just made it a really beautiful centerpiece and table. So I loved the idea of having a sculpture in this space, especially in taking advantage of some of the square footage. And having an Anthony Gormley sculpture was
He hates it.
something that I had always wanted.
No, you didn't. I can tell you fucking hate it.
Conceptualize our space.
You bought a pile of Lincoln logs, Kevin. This is the face of a man who knows he wasted money just because he has so much fucking money. It is a goddamn stack of fucking Mega Blocks. It's... Dude probably paid like $2 million for this thing right here. Kevin, you could have just commissioned me to make it for you.
Just kind of conceptualize our space and look inward beneath the skin, and that's kind of work that I've been doing over the past several years. I kind of bought it, not even considering that at the time.
Yep.
And I love how the light hits it.
Ah, yes. When the sun really shines on it, it reminds me that I fucking wasted money.
Was the second bedroom, but I wanted to make a space
Things that give
for
some
me where it could be
substandard
like
in the tier
safe
1
haven.
flesh.
I decided to make it an office for myself. You know, a place where I could work outside of the lines and outside of the realm and the world of basketball. So I
Thanks
could
for
come
5
here
gift
and
subs,
work
Jonah.
on,
Good to see you, man.
you know, many other different mediums and things that, you know, I love. But a lot of journaling, a lot of reading, a lot of working, you know, on my fund. And more than anything, just a creative and safe space where I can
Thanks to the
come
Bits
and,
Fist.
and really just be myself. So this is probably my favorite piece. Why I chose to put it here is because it's so powerful, especially in the context of the world that we're living in.
What does it mean?
Today, whether it be COVID, whether it be social injustice, even the wildfires out west, all the way through the election. It just shows you that
That's what this piece
the time
says?
that we're navigating becomes more and more complex, and I think that's really what
What?
Rashid Johnson wanted to show here. I mean, it's very, very unique, and he's very unique in his own struggle, but also understanding like that we all share this anxious audience. We all share.
He's just making shit up on the spot. I bought it for a write-off. I laundered money with
It
it.
does hold true that each person individually is suffering in their own right as well. So I want to mirror Rashid's piece while
You got all of that from this fucking cassette tapes? Scribbled on? You know, the more I look at it, the more it speaks to me. You know, I think I'm starting to see it now. Interesting. That is powerful.
that does hold true.
Doodle
that
Bob.
Each person individually.
Yeah, he just
is
likes
suffering
Doodle Bob, I
in their own
guess.
right as well. So I want to mirror Rashid's piece with Gordon Parks' work from the 1950s, and he did a series
Makes it bits
of
again,
a number
fist.
of these photos of segregation of the South and having people be aware
It makes
of
it
the
resub
struggle
deli.
in this country, especially when it comes to African Americans and Black Americans. So I felt it was really important to have this in the space and understanding, this is almost kind of mirroring it with today and today's anxieties with, I guess this is 1956, Mississippi at a drinking fountain. You can see colored only, white only, and this is so complex in itself. So, I could sit here and talk about, this forever, but this room is just a constant reminder of, how much, I guess, as a collective we, how much we still have to get ahead of, and still so much we have to overcome, just as humans, as it's black, white, or other. It's just really powerful to be in this room and find inspiration and know that our job is not done. It's not finished.
Kevin, what are you talking about? You were just going on about how you bought like a fucking $2 million wood statue of a man with no arms. Like,
as well as my late
what?
grandmother who passed. A big part of my story. While it seems to be a little bit of heaviness in this room, it also is a very inspiring place where I come to get to work. I don't really get to rest in here. I like to get to work and start to build things. And I know that, these people are part of my story and will be with me to the end.
thanks to the bits again, fist. Thanks to the Prime Mac. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the 25, God.
Now we're taking you from the living room and the dining room into the
Oh,
kitchen.
I would absolutely
The beauty of this
get my ass
space
beat.
is, and one of the main reasons that I picked this particular floor and unit was because of the sight line. I really love the idea of looking at the trees, the water, the cityscape, and
Wait,
the
is this
sky.
real?
Still feel
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, Kevin. Whatever you're going on about. Is this true? Mike Love from the Beach Boys is an asshole? He sues the rest of the Beach Boys often, saying he wrote all the songs when he didn't. Is that real? No fucking way. Hold on. I'll get back to you in a minute, Kevin. I'm sure you'll go on for 20 minutes about how that $40,000 bottle of wine is actually extremely important to the history of America or something, but I want to look this up. Where can is it on? I'm just going to look at Wikipedia. I'm sure it'll be here. Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Hey, I still like the Beach Boys. Fuck it. Maybe he did write all the songs. Who am I to say? I wasn't there.
Feeling like we were super
Thanks to
grounded
give some War Pocket.
in New York City in a major way. And the
He
beauty
talks
of
like
buying
he's
this
trying to
place
fill a word
pre-built
count
was
in an
that we got
essay.
to have some sort of
Yeah.
saying in the construction.
Thanks to
The
Tier 1
biggest
Wiz.
undertaking that we did and we were able to actually get done was opening up this sightline in the kitchen. Originally, there was supposed to be a wall here all the way across.
Oh,
We rewrapped the hood. And
that'd
if you
ruin
come
it.
over Here, little baby girl Vestry comes and eats her food in the morning. We might come down, take a little seat, read, finish texts, finish emails, and just take advantage of the space. So this bench
Yeah,
was
I
a
can
very,
check that out,
very big
design,
deal
sure.
for us. And then, of course, in any kitchen, if you spend any time around me,
I can
you
check that
gotta
out,
have
Sub.
wine.
Not
It's one of
tonight,
my Favorite bottles. It's a good year, 2010.
Ew, not even
Chateau Martin
vintage.
Rothschild.
A chateau?
Trying to say
Ooh.
the names. I think JJ Redick and I
Are you poor,
talked
Kevin?
about that.
A 2010 chateau.
Also,
In this pigsty
AD,
with no marble?
We've shared a lot of wine together.
Pathetic.
Shared a lot of wine with my friends. And one thing I always say, if you're with me, you're going to eat well and you're going to drink well. So a lot of great bottles here. As you can see, some of the inventory is out because COVID has been a time where we've shared a lot of bottles.
Yeah, COVID's been rough. We've had to drink our expensive
We
wine.
just have a very cozy guest bedroom. This is actually my
That's
favorite
relatable.
in the place.
It's rough.
We love the reclaimed oak here. It's actually out of Oregon. Just amazing to always have a feeling of the elements around. I mean, I come from a place where
It is crazy how all rich
Pacific
people love
Northwest, there's
wine.
pine trees, Douglas firs,
I don't get
all
it.
sorts of wood everywhere. So to have that component, I just always love having it around. It feels like a breath of fresh air. It gets pretty dark in here as well because it faces the courtyard.
I would hope so.
Sometimes
It's a
I come in
bedroom.
here and just shut off, take a little nap, but we need people to rest if they're coming to visit here because New York can be fun.
New York is anything but fun. I couldn't imagine a least fun place,
All right, so
except
now
for
we're
maybe
gonna head into the
Miami.
bedroom.
In fact, definitely
There's
Miami.
across the way, open this up a little bit. Custom Ralph pinstripe suit, double-breasted, can't go wrong. Listen, it's not that I'm a Yankees fan. I love New York. I think the luxury and the best thing that New York has going for them is they're New Yorkers. So I love that. And then just a number of pieces across the board. Army fatigue, love my denims, but I'm a hoodie. Flannel guys, you can see the trees here as well. There's just a lot to this space that I really love, and the idea of taking advantage of this closet because it's few and far between when it comes to New York City. So I mentioned briefly a few times just bringing a number of places in my life to the fold here in the apartment. So this is done by people in Cleveland. So we had to bring them into the fold and just add to that rugged and rustic feel to the apartment.
What does that have to do with Cleveland?
All right, so now the
You're calling
actual
Cleveland rugged
bedroom.
and rusty?
What I love here is the Pendleton prints, just reupholstering this bench.
Yeah,
in a way
New
that
York was
is
too
still
clean,
very
so I went to a
functional,
dirty
but
place like
aesthetically
Cleveland to get a
it's
gross
really
door.
nice. And then matching it in a lot of ways with Vestry's bed. So this was made particularly for her. She loves it. We can put this anywhere in the apartment. She's going to go sit on that. Another beautiful thing that we wanted was exposed brick. Just adds a certain element and a certain feel that makes you feel like you're in the grittiness of New York City.
It makes you feel like you're gonna get fucking mugged in an
Really
alleyway.
get to work. It's kind of like a sanctuary.
You couldn't even use clean
This
bricks?
is where I can really
Are these just bricks you found outside?
and just relax. All right, so you guys have seen most of the place, but I couldn't have you leave without meeting the other two stars of the show.
Hey, what's up?
and Vestry. Come on, girl. Don't be shy.
Oh,
Okay.
Good girl. Good girl. She wants some wine,
Some
huh?
wine?
All right, AD, thank you so much for letting us show you our space. We got to take Vestry on a walk. We got to enjoy this wine. We're going to get back to the rest of our day. Thank you.
all right, have fun. Bye bye. Oh, that was interesting. That was one of the more interesting houses we've seen. Thanks to the resub Carnivorous Grandma and the Prime Shai-chan and Jimmy.